Hi folks, it's my first video since November 2015, so I hope this one helps. In this video I'm going to show you how to connect to SQL Server and execute a store procedure that have parameters against it. Then we're going to assign those parameters to Qlikview variables and then add those variables to a drop-down list so you can select which data you want from the user interface within Qlikview. So I'll get started. Here we have a SQL Server store procedure. So for example, if we execute this procedure, you can see we've got the data down here in the bottom. Now we pass two parameters through here, so at shipper and at year. So you don't have to worry about all of this for now, but for example, if we create a new query and we say exec sp reduced data, and then we pass in some values to our parameters and then we execute that, you'll see that we get all of the records for the shipping company and the year. So we want to do something similar within Qlikview. So if we jump across the Qlikview and go into our edit script, we're first going to connect to the Extreme database on SQL Server. So we just test the connection, click OK, and then what we want to do is we want to execute sp reduced data. So if we just reload the script, mistake there, we need to put SQL in front of the execute. So now if we reload, we get all of our data. So the next thing to do is actually pass our parameters through. So our parameters are called at shipper and at year. So we could say equals Loomis, comma, and year equals 2004. So if we reload our script, you'll see that we'll get the data for Loomis and 2004, but we want to take it a step further. We want to create two new variables. Control Alt V to go into our variable overview, and we've already created them later on, so V shipper and V year. So we click OK and then go back into our script. Instead of hard coding it to a specific shipping company and a specific year, we're going to assign it to our Qlikview variable called V shipper and V year. Now if you reload the script, nothing's going to happen because at the minute V shipper and V year is empty, so we're going to get an error message. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to go back to the database and we're going to go to I should have hit select, cancel that. We want to select the ship via field from our orders table, which is ship via, click add, and what we're going to do is we're going to say load distinct, and then we're going to do the same for the year. So we're going to say select the order date, and what we're going to say is we're going to say distinct year order date as year, and we're going to reload our script. So we've got an issue here, so we need to address it. actually we don't need to address anything, so because at the moment our vShipper and vYear are blank, so if we reload the script we're going to get an error message as we did just there. So the next step is to actually create a input box. So if we create an input box, where are we? Input box, and we add our variables vShipper and vYear and click OK. And then if we go into the constraints of the variables and we say custom, untick enable edit this expression dialog, say predefined values and list our values, and we're going to say equals concat distinct and ship via comma, and then we're going to separate it by a comma. So click apply, and we'll do the same with shipper or year, apologies. Predefined list of values is equal concat distinct year comma, and then separate by a comma, and click apply, click OK. So now what we can do is we can actually select our shipper from the drop down list, so Loomis, and select our year and then reload the data. So you can see now we've just got all of the Loomis shipper detail for 2004, and if we change to this particular shipper and say 2005 and click reload the data, you can see that we now have new data taken directly from SQL Server. You could probably just tidy this up slightly, caption, maybe just keep it in line. Actually, we'll just copy this. And we call this parameters. So you can see now we're actually going directly to SQL Server. We are passing parameters into Qlikview, assigning Qlikview variables to those parameters, and then adding those variables as predefined lists that we can select from an input box. That's pretty much it. I hope that helps, and I'll see you next video. Cheers.